will make money. Couple of bettors.
What's up, everybody? Episode 21, couple of bettors, 21. That's a pretty lucky number, isn't it? Blackjack, you know, I'm looking at Johnny Newberger. He's out there thinking, I'm going to bet everything they say today because it's 21. It's a lucky number. But we got the divisional round coming up, ready to make that money again. But how we always started off. Christine's silent this time. She's going to be a mime.
Trying to speak too much.
Weekend at Bernie's. Look at this guy. Oh, my God. Look at it. Look at that cute little dog face with the gray hair.
You look so sad.
His daddy's margarita is right in the front of the picture. Looks pretty delicious.
He also has a Bills little bandana on, but you can't tell because he would not pose properly.
That's right.
But that's a Christine dog right there. Not posing properly for a picture.
Right.
He's so handsome, though.
This
Shout
is
out to the Purple Zebra.
Purple Zebra, right out in front of Caesars.
Mm-hmm.
So
Nice bartenders. They knew we were locals, wanted to talk to us about some shit, and we enjoyed it. And Bernie had a great time.
well, speaking of which, there was a bartender who was there who actually put us on to a Bills Mafia spot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bills Backers, what they call them, if you're not a Bills fan.
Bills Backers Bar, it's called.
Yep.
Yeah, The Office, not Moonshiners. No,
Moondoggies.
Moondoggies. Not Moondoggies. It's called The Office, but we still have to check it out. Unfortunately, we'll show you where we watched the game last Sunday because, we have reasons, but...
Yeah. Look, I mean, if there's a Bills Mafia and
If-
the Jets are not on, which they're not, I don't know if you Jets fans know this, but we're out. We'll go to that. That's fun. It's a fun thing. So we'll figure it out. There's actually the guy who opened up a restaurant. It was like a pizza place. He does the shitty little pepperonis with a cup of oil in them. He's doing buffalo-style pizza out of this place called Naked City Pizza that's actually attached to The Office. So we'll check it out. We'll do one of those reviews after, but not today. So where do we watch the games? We watch them at Skybox, which we talked about before. Mm. Our friend Brittany, she's bartending back there. It was her last day. She's moving on.
She's honorary Bills Mafia for the day, for the game.
She put the chain on. Is she going to like that I post this picture? Maybe she's not going to like it, but it's not her choice. I own the IP on this one. So there she was, last day. Skybox has got some work to do, and she's moving on up to some spots at the Palms. So it feels like we're going to be having some new places to hang out.
We'll be drinking poolside.
Poolside?
All
Poolside?
spring and summer. That's
Yes.
for sure. Thank you, Brittany.
Very interested in that.
But Bills Mafia for the day. Appreciated it. She loved my little necklace. And Skybox, you guys are good. You just don't know how to market. But moving on.
Yeah. And the menu has a lot of hot dogs. Okay. Next up.
Let's face it.
Let's face it. This is where we talk about all the news of people in the week. There wasn't a lot of people, to be honest, in this week because, the season's ending down.
Actually,
People
there was a
getting
lot of
fired.
people. You just had to
True.
pick what was good.
That is true.
A lot of people got fired.
We don't have on here Byron Leftwich just got fired, offensive coordinator for the Bucks. Was it another offensive coordinator for the Ravens got fired? So, there's some people around, but we're focused on the people that you care about. You out there. We see you.
So we talked about this last week, but apparently Jim Harbaugh is staying with Michigan. Very disappointing. We thought he was going to come coach a NFL team. Decided not. He's going to stay with Michigan. I don't know. Hopefully he can pull out some wins for Michigan and make himself happy, but not do an NFL like he wanted to.
That was terrible performance in the college playoffs. They lose to TCU, and then TCU just gets smashed by Georgia. It's kind of embarrassing. Like, Michigan, what'd you do? Why didn't you beat the shit out of TCU? So they probably should have been in the finals. They weren't, but yeah. Aaron Rodgers, we always put him up there. People like to talk about him. Could he be the new Jets quarterback? It's very possible. They're looking at Nathaniel Hackett, who was the son of Paul Kent Hackett, who used to be an offensive coordinator for the Jets from, I don't know, 02 to 04, whatever it was. But he was offensive coordinator at Green Bay, so it's possible that Aaron Rodgers does go to the Jets. But that's not what we're talking about him. He came out this week, and they were asking him, can you still play? Do you want to still play? He wants to still play. And he said, look, in the right situation, because I don't want to be part of a rebuild. So if you're rebuilding, I don't want to be part of it. But in the right situation, I can be MVP of this league again. And people came out and, Twitter army, Rob Gronkowski comes out and was like, why are you talking about MVPs? Why don't you talk about Super Bowls? That's what matters. Like, you want to be the MVP, but then not win, so what's important to you? So you get a lot of flack from that one this week. So we thought we'd highlight that. Rodgers, are you playing for yourself or are you playing for your team? Are you playing for the Super Bowl? I hope he goes to the Jets and gets a Super Bowl. But
Oh my God.
I'll end it at that.
I doubt he'll want the Jets. Thanks. He doesn't want a New Jersey team. So moving on, Kliff Kingsbury.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Me?
Yeah, that was supposed to be
Kliff Kingsbury. Look, the guy's got offers all over the place. He can go to a lot of different teams. Probably not head coaching, but he's going to be an offensive coordinator, whatever. We told you last time he's getting paid through 2027, and he's showing it because they said, "Hey, Kliff, you want to come back and do this interview?" He told everybody no. And where'd he go? Thailand, one-way ticket. Now you're thinking, okay, I know what you're thinking out there, lady boys.
Yeah.
But that's not why he went. He went with his model girlfriend or whatever it is, Instagram model.
Josh is jealous. It's an Instagram.
I'm just saying that people are taking pictures and saying Kliff's doing just fine. He doesn't need the NFL right now. He's going to be doing okay. So Kliff Kingsbury, live your life with your sunglasses on in Thailand. Do your thing.
And check out those lady boys because
Ooh. If your lady, your girlfriend lady from Instagram is asleep, you might want to go take a little walk down the red light district and, see what you can grab a handful. All right. Brett.
Do you have anything else you'd like to add?
That's
Jesus
all
Christ.
I got.
All right. Brett Maher or Maher. We've heard it both ways. Maher, whatever you say his last name. If any of you watched the Bucks versus the Cowboys game, my lock of the week, okay? First of all, the haters out there. So many haters about my lock of the week. Crushed it. But this gentleman, I am not going to talk bad about him. Everybody has a bad day. So you had a bad day.
Had a bad day.
He had a bad day. He missed 4 kicks.
Ooh,
4
extra points.
4 extra point kicks. Cowboys still beat the crap out of the Bucks, which is what I wanted to see. But this poor man, every time he missed, I was like, no, I don't know how he's going to get back up and do it again. And he kept doing it. I feel bad for the man. He's got a great record. Cowboys fans, give him a break. Give him one more shot. However, this next game coming up on Sunday. If he misses the first one, then you just talk all kinds of shit. But he hopefully he doesn't, have the yips or anything. But give him a break. He has a good record, but very, very hard to watch. Like, his misses were terrible misses. Not even close. Good thing the Cowboys still beat the crap out of the Bucks because they deserved it.
Oh, yeah. If it was close and he was missing all those kicks, it's like,
he'd probably have no job. But I do appreciate the Cowboys staying behind him, saying he's been our kicker. He had a bad day.
Did they sign somebody to the practice squad? Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Just as a hedge. If you got to imagine, if he misses this week.
Well, if he misses once this week, then you got to kind of like, okay, you're going to sit for a little bit. I don't know what's going on with you. We're not totally dismissing you, but you have one job, and that's to kick between the uprights. They're pretty big. We got to make it from now on. So anyway, if you were not watching football, you were living under a rock, you missed it. He missed 4 extra point kicks.
Yikes.
This one, Joey Bosa.
So San Diego Chargers, brother of Nick Bosa. You guys know these guys are studs, pass rushers, this and that. Loses temper, throws his helmet on the ground. The coach was trying to pick it up and be like, because he knows he's going to be a penalty maybe. Sure enough.
No, he picks it up. He gives it to him.
He throws it again.
Nick says, thanks, coach. And then he throws it again. There's very important details here.
Terrible. Well, it's terrible. And then he gets the flag. And then afterwards, they're asking him about it. And it's like, you'd think he's like, if everybody watched the movie The Program, he's like the guy Latimer, steroided up. And he's like, I got his bonnet, baby. He's crazy. He's out of his mind. Anyway, after the game, you figure time to settle down. No. They're asking him about it. He's like, the refs are probably back. And this guy sounds like a dumb shit anyway. If anybody... People who talk shit about football players, this guy is making them have a bad name because he's like, he's got the stupid voice. Well, the refs are probably back there right now, like high-fiving each other about how he threw a 15-yard field goal. I got him, huh? And it's just you sound like a fucking idiot.
Expletives in that because that was definitely cursing up a storm and that. A lot of beeps going on too.
You sound like a fucking idiot.
Glad you're not in the Super Bowl. So moving on.
You're a good pass rusher, but shut your mouth and keep the roids under control.
All right.
Yeah. How did we do last week? How did we do?
Christine did very well, by the way.
Dude, we're on a couple-week run right now, okay? We posted on Instagram, how do we do of what you told you were going to do, which that was basically 100% because it was 4 wins and a push. But for those of you who couldn't get the Bengals at 7, which they ended up being at 8.5, I ended up taking them later at 8.5. That was a loss. But look, we hit 70%. We bet probably, it's 14.6 units, but it's a pretty much like an average betting weekend, and we're up 4.44 units. So
the Bills did not help the loss.
Oh, man, I was betting on those Bills. Ugh, I bet them first half because I'm like, look, they're going to come out and hit them in the face.
Yep.
They did not. Second half, hey, let's do it. No. But the one bet I did have was that I did a whole game bet of the Bills themselves scoring over 27.5 points. This way, it's like, forget about what the Dolphins do. The Bills will score one, and they did. So that was a good one. But the net on the Bills, not the best.
Not the best, Bills. Come on.
And the Bengals weren't a good one either because of that 8.5. The 7 was a push, which I should have betted early. Didn't wait until it went to 8.5. And to be honest with you, they could have lost that game. I mean, they ended up winning 24-7 because they ran back a 98-yard fumble return. And it's like, well...
Could say the same thing about the Bills.
That's true.
We'll get into that later, but yes, not the best. Not the best.
So, anyway, they ended up with a push on the people that got them at 7. But look, there was a lot of good things. Her lock of the week, the Cowboys, amazing.
Crushed it.
The Jags came back and won, and I had the Jags plus 2.5. And if anybody had the other side, I feel bad for you because that was a crazy game to lose when you're up 27-0. But Chargers, you fell apart. I bet the Jags second half also, so I was able to win a bunch on that Jags game, which is great. And the Giants were strong, like we thought. They were strong, right? I mean, like they just came out and they did their work. So that was a good win. And then the over on the Niners-Seahawks game was a absolute blowout winner. I mean, you couldn't really script it better. What did they score, 65 points? 42.5? What are you guys looking at here? Come on, Vegas. Do a better job with these lines here.
Keep doing it the same because
do
we
it
keep
the
winning.
same. We'll win all of them. So let's do 70% every week, and we'll win everybody money forever.
All right, relax yourself. All right. Well, unfortunately, the Bills barely defeated the Dolphins with their third string quarterback, Skylar Thompson. Not that impressed. I'll get into that in a little bit. But the Bengals get lucky on a 90-yard fumble return to hold on and beat the Ravens behind Huntley, which brings me much-needed hope for this week's Sunday afternoon football game, Bills versus Bengals at Buffalo.
If that didn't happen and the Bengals played a strong game, you'd feel really shitty about this one. But they both kind of played like shit.
Incredibly shitty.
Yeah.
I'm already nervous, and like I said, we'll get into all of that in a little while during my rant, but at least both of us just pulled out a win out of nowhere, so we're kind of the same at this point.
That's true, and the Niners, look, the Seahawks kept it close for the first half, but the Niners just rolled, and the second half was like they crushed them. Not even close. So that was a good over bet, but geez, San Francisco is something to look out for here. They got home field advantage, tough one. And then who's going there? The Cowboys, who just made a statement win against the Bucs and made them look like shit. I mean, they look like shit.
But they're Bucks. That's why we took the Cowboys because we knew we were the Bucks with Tom Brady, and it's just kind of like one of those things where a lot of people said, really? You're taking the Cowboys as your lock of the week against Tom Brady? Like, I don't advise on that. And I just want to say, I might be a girl, but I know what I'm fucking doing. Let's go. Cowboys crushed it. Made lots of money on that one. Tom Brady is done for now. He needs to get his shit together. I don't know. Maybe he'll come to Vegas.
He might go to Vegas.
I don't know if that's where a recently divorced man should be
That's
playing
exactly
football.
where he should be.
But, hey. They don't make avocado ice cream here, but they definitely will tickle your fancy whenever you want.
Absolutely. Discretion is a premium. All right, so next one. Trevor Lawrence.
Ooh, best game.
The
Best
tale
game.
of two halves, huh? How could you have the worst half ever and then follow it up by the best half ever? I mean, that's what he did. And geez, man. I came away from that saying, you got a young guy, he's in the playoffs. He does terrible. But then
Yeah.
he's resilient enough to come back.
And by terrible, we mean he had 4 interceptions. 4. Not just like a Josh Allen 1 or 2 here. He had 4 interceptions and he still came back that second half, which is huge.
Between the last minute and a half of the first half and then the second half, which is pretty much just one half of football, 4 touchdowns. So good for them and good for Doug Peterson. You know, he wants to go back to the Super Bowl. He wants to give it a shot here. He did his work. The Chargers, I mean, they have to regroup and figure out what the hell they were doing, play call wise and everything else to not do anything in the second half. He scored 3 points.
Sorry, Chargers fans.
Yep, sorry guys. Justin Herbert, I still think he's good. I think it was just bad play calling, whatever else.
And Danny Dimes fucking made us money again with the Giants to get rid of those Vikings that we always said, yeah, they're fine. They just pull out wins, but not that great. And sure enough, the Giants proved it. Get them the fuck out. Let Giants play, and we'll see who makes it all the way. I don't care. I'm happy. We'll root for the Giants for a little longer until it really matters. Then they will be my enemies.
In the Super Bowl. Well, look, 300 yards passing and 78 on the ground rushing. I mean, Danny Dimes had the biggest game of his career. I think as long as he doesn't play like dog shit next game, that last game just got himself a big contract because I think he balled out. So good for you, Danny Dimes.
He's playing the Eagles though. That's rough. Right now, the Eagles switched their shitty schedule.
We'll talk about it. Yeah.
They're pretty good. So
They got home field.
If I'm a Giants fan, I'm a little worried, but
Yep. All right. I don't love this rant, by the way, because I lost money on the Bills. On the Bills. Josh Allen threw a pick in the red zone again. All right. Let's get down to brass tacks here. Christine signed a rant. Buffalo Bills, they're still in it. Jets
still
aren't,
in it.
so I can't talk shit.
A win is a win. All right, so did I definitely have a heart attack the entire game against the Dolphins? Yes. Did Josh tell me the entire week that I was jinxing myself because I was like, well, this is easy. I'm not even going to have to worry. Like, we're playing against the Dolphins and their third string quarterback. And did I have to sit there biting my nails the entire time during this game? Yes, it was awful. I did not like it. But a win is a win, and we got the win. I do appreciate McDaniel's vaping a little bit. He tried to hide it. He tried to do one of these, and but that puff of cloud, that cloud smoke coming out of his mouth was a giveaway. Do appreciate that because he did not make some of the best calls. That may have helped us. Allen threw 2 picks. Not the best, but I do understand. Allen is a fucking monster, so he's going to do this shit. He's going to throw an interception, but he's going to make up for it 10 times later. Fine. Not the best when you're playing against your third-string quarterback on the Miami Dolphins. So I'd like that to get worked up a little bit. The offense did not seem to be working together that well during this game. Very shocked by all this. But you know what? Again, we got our win. Maybe you're going to figure out all of these things and have a sick game against the Bengals because that's what Buffalo needs. You got to play for Buffalo. People are calling us Destiny's Child. We've had the shit year. The city has had the worst year ever. We deserve a win all the way through. You guys got to get it for us. Defense, you fucking saved that game. You did not allow Thompson, Waddle, or Hill to take the lead in any way. You just got on top of them. Very appreciative of that. So now we play the Bengals at home in Buffalo. Thank God it's at home. That's so helpful. But the Bengals, they didn't look so great against the Ravens' third-string quarterback, which is very helpful for us as well. They had some issues there. The only winning saving grace for them was grabbing that ball out of, what's his face? Huntley's hands when it got popped out and they grabbed it and they ran in for a touchdown. That was their saving grace. So they're similar to us. It's definitely we're going head-to-head with each other. At least we're at home. Please pull out a W. We need this. We got to keep going. We got to go all the way. I will have my Pepto-Bismol in hand this weekend because I didn't realize I needed it last week, and I'm definitely going to need it this weekend. Go Bills. Go Mafia. Be the Mafia that I know you can be, and just make some fucking noise. Let's go, Bills. Let's go. Still put your money on them. Woo, Buffalo. That's all I have to say.
All right. Well, let's regroup from that one, ladies and gentlemen.
I also hope DeMar shows up on the field and says something. Come on. That'd be great.
All right, let's look at the playoff picture, right? So everybody, pretty much knows who we're down to at this point. But look, I mean, Jags got to go to Kansas City. Going to be a snowy game. We'll talk about it.
Hopefully the Jags will be
Bills at home,
somehow.
more snow, but against the Bengals there. Giants and Eagles division. Look, that NFC East division where you have the Giants, the Eagles, and the Cowboys all in the divisional round. I think it might have never happened, or it hasn't happened for 20, 30 years where you have three teams in one division that are in the divisional round. I don't think it's ever happened. So, I mean, definitely won the division of the year on this one, huh? Mm-hmm. And look, Cowboys and the Niners. This is like old school 1990s where, I don't want to age myself here. I know you guys might think I'm 22, 25. A little bit older.
Watch. Really?
What? Well, it's dark in here. I don't know. Cowboys, Niners. This is like 1990s shit. I fucking love it. So we'll get into the games. We'll tell you what we're all about here, what we're going to be betting. It's only 4 games. It's going to be less and less each week.
Woo-hoo.
But just know.
The Bills will always be there.
We're calling winners. Okay? Okay, first up, Jacksonville Jaguars on the road at the Kansas City Chiefs in a game that will showcase some snow and some cold and the things that Kansas City, wouldn't be known for more so than Jacksonville at least.
Yeah, really, please. This is not... Kermit the Frog can't really play in snow. He's not like a trained snowbird over there, but...
That's right. So this is your...
Yes. My lock of the week. I'm taking the Jaguars against the Chiefs. Now I know. What? The Jaguars versus the Chiefs. The Chiefs are great. Yeah, well, apparently Trevor Lawrence has never lost on a Saturday in his entire life. Okay? He's lost on Mondays. He's lost on Sundays. He's never lost on a Saturday. And we saw that last Saturday when he was losing, and then he came out and crushed the Chargers. So... let's go Jaguars. Now they're getting plus 8.5, so that's helpful. I could still win my money. And 2, get the Chiefs out of here. Why not? I'll take it. I'll go against the Jaguars, no problem. So there's that part too. So what we're doing is for this one, we're taking the spread, the 8.5, because maybe let's say they don't win, but they can cover that spread. That's some money.
Lose by 7.
But the money line.
Dabble.
That's where you just have to put a little tiny bit of money on that, people, and then you could get a lot back because it's very shocking if they do win. However, I think, again, Trevor Lawrence has never lost on Saturday in his life. He's playing this Saturday, that maybe they could pull out a win. So we're doing both here, folks. And that is why the Jaguars are my lock of the week. And I'm usually right on my lock of the weeks, by the way.
Ooh, definitely. I would say, just adding that Mahomes has been in an AFC Championship game every year since he came to the NFL. And the streak's about to end, unfortunately. You know what? It's time. It's time. He's got a week off. He rested, and when he did, he just got his mind... TikTok videos with his brother. They were doing fake WrestleManias from back in the day. Mom, turned the camera off. I don't know what that means. You're out of here.
A little bit.
Ooh, yeah. All right, so... that's where we're at.
Jaguars.
Get that money.
Let's go.
Next up, New York Giants facing the Philadelphia Eagles, number 6 seed versus the number 1 seed who has just rested, had the bye week. And guess what, folks? They're at home, but we don't care. We take those points. The Giants, 7.5 points. It's a lot of points. That's all we're saying. Division game. We're not saying the Giants are going to pull this one out. Do they have a shot here?
We'd like it.
We'd like it.
Shout out to Monkey.
Shout out to Monkey. We like it, but we're not saying you have to. Take those 7.5 points. Look, there was 2 games that they played in the last. So the Eagles have won the 2 games that they met up. this season. They're 2-0 against the Giants. The first one, they crushed them. It was like 48-21, something like that. The last game of the season, the Giants said, we don't have anything to gain by this game, so they sat everybody. Philadelphia had all their starters in, and the game was 22-16 or something. So it was a close game. The Philly just kind of barely won.
Against their third string team.
Yeah.
But also, Jalen Hurts is coming off an injury, but people are not so convinced that he's fully healed. So there's that little aspect of this whole thing. You know, we're not rooting for injuries, but if they happen to have already happened and they're not fully healed, we will take that into account. So.
Absolutely. I mean, Danny Dimes last week, he ran for 7 first downs, which is the first time in at least 20 years, I think it was since 2000, that a quarterback in the playoffs ran for 7 first downs in a game. That's big. That's the shit that Jalen Hurts does. But if he's not fully there, there was times in the last game against the Giants where he kind of like was conservative a little bit. He realized, I don't want to take the hit, whatever. I get it. Is he going to lay it all on the line here because it's playoffs? Probably. He's got to. But I just think that it's just take the points.
Take the points. And root for the Giants, because why not? Although if the Bills and Eagles come together in the Super Bowl, like I said from the beginning, that is a fucked up fan base, and that'll be the best Super Bowl that ever happens.
Totally.
Woo-hoo!
Totally.
All right.
Giants are 6-2 on the road in the playoffs in the last 20 years, but I actually don't give a shit about that stuff. You know, people like these little stats and stuff, but it's like this Giants team is not the same one that was 15 years ago, so shut up with this stuff, okay? But I'll tell it to you.
You're the one
because,
that said it. You
well, I want to get somebody juiced up about betting them. Bet on the Giants. Give it a shot.
Oh, that New York accent's really coming out right now.
New York.
Stupid. Next. All right, we got the Bengals at the Bills. All right.
I mean, I got to go. All right.
Oh, go ahead, yes. Listen, I can't help.
This one is my lock of the week. Buffalo Bills at home versus the Cincinnati Bengals with Joe Burrow. Oh, I smoked a cigar once in the locker room and I'm cool. Nobody gives a shit. You got no line. They're all beat up. Okay, you're getting sacked a million times a game. Oh, but he got sacked 9 times against Tennessee last year, and they won in the playoffs. Yeah, guess what? Tennessee had nobody on their team. They were all out. Doesn't matter. Get the hell out of here with those stats. Josh Allen, 4-0 at home in the playoffs. That's what he does. He's a home guy. He's going to clean that shit up from last week. You know, he threw the red zone pick and this and that. They're going to get him on here. Take the check down. Do your thing. Beat him up. 4.5 points. I like Buffalo when they were -7.5 a month ago against Cincinnati at Cincinnati. So you tell me what's different now that's going to make me not like them at 4.5 at home. It might have moved.
Actually play this game.
It might have, yeah, right. It might have moved to 5.5, but I don't give a shit. Lock of the week. Put Mark Bailey out in Buffalo. He knows. Put your house on this one. Buffalo Bills lock of the week. I'm telling you, this is it's easy money.
Destiny's Child, people. We are not out of this game yet. We are actually never going to get out of this game until it's all over and we're the ultimate winners. So, Buffalo all day. Also, Josh Allen is 4-0 in home playoff games.
That's it.
I was just saying, we don't usually get home playoff games, so that's how the 4-0 comes into play. But let's make it 5-0. And
you know how many home playoff games the Jets had in the last couple of years? 0. So, just be happy with the 4 games he played at home.
I'm very happy. Can't be more ecstatic. Buffalo is bringing in the money, and they deserve it. They deserve it. Destiny's Child. Come on. We are Destiny's Child legitimately this year.
If people think... Also, if anybody who's out there, conspiracy theory people, I know who you are. Mm-hmm. If you think the NFL is rigged, I think they're going to give this one to the Bills, aren't they? I mean, why wouldn't they not? They got to give them, like, come on, storybook ending.
Yep.
Which also is, we talked about it earlier, betting Jacksonville. If you're going to bet on Jacksonville to win, where Bills get this uncontested, they're at home against the Jaguars, not on the road at a neutral site and all that stuff, it would be a nice, really nice way to end it for the NFL, right? Wouldn't it? But all right, moving on. The last game of the week. This is
wrong direction.
The Dallas Cowboys versus the San Francisco 49ers playing at, forgot the name of the stadium. It used to be Candlestick Park back when it was 1993 when they played each other.
Candlestick Park. Oh,
that's what it was, but they had bad grass, so they had to move. Upgraded the stadium. All right, so what are we taking?
The over 46. This one's hard. I mean, the Cowboys did a phenomenal job.
Yeah.
It was against the Bucks and an old ass Tom Brady. And everybody said, don't bet against Tom Brady, but we did because the Cowboys ended up crushing him. I don't know if they could do the same against the 49ers.
I agree. I mean, San Francisco, they're going to be good. They obviously are good. Their offensive firepower, Ayuk, McCaffrey, Kittle. I mean, Purdy's sitting back there and he's got all the weapons. And this is why we think, like, as much as their defense is great, and the Cowboys actually looked really good against the Bucks. I mean, Bucks offense was trash, but I feel like these two defenses are good, but their offense is just really good, and they're hitting on all cylinders right now. Dak's going to come out and they're going to score points on them, and San Francisco is going to score points. That's why we think 46 points. If you look at all the playoff games, this last week and then this week right now, 46 is actually a relatively low under/over. Will there be a little bit of weather in San Francisco? Might be a little bit of rain there too. Again, whatever. We still think 46 is going to be too low here. I feel like it's going to probably be a 31-28 type of game. Close one.
Close one, but definitely the over.
The over, yeah. Look, Niners are fucking hot. They won 11 games in a row. Okay, so you got to take that into consideration. Brock Purdy, but the one thing is, the reason why we're not on San Francisco is Brock Purdy due for one of those shitty young guy games? I mean, everybody's susceptible to it. It's a big stage right now. Or is he the fucking storybook shit where like Tom Brady came in for Drew Bledsoe and then he led them to the Super Bowl? It could be that hit that year for him. They got a great squad, so we'll see. But take the over. Forget about rooting for which team is going to be America's team versus Brock Purdy's the best, Mr. Irrelevant. Go for the over 46. All right. Quick review on what we are betting. This is a chance to screenshot it. Now, we posted on Instagram this exact slide and showed you that we didn't lose last week. So here's where we're at. Starting off with
my lock of the week, Jaguars plus 8.5 versus the Chiefs. I hope the Jaguars beat the Chiefs. I think that they have the ability to beat the Chiefs. But if not, I suggest you take it because they do get 8.5 points, and I don't think the Chiefs are going to win by 8.5 points. So we are also taking the money line on the Jaguars. Now, that's not my lock. That one's just like a little freebie bet that you put a little bit of money on and you could possibly win a lot on because the money line is crazy. But that would be my dream come true. So Jaguars plus 8.5 versus Chiefs. My lock of the week, Jaguars money line versus Chiefs. We also both have money on.
Yeah, and think about the ratio of this just to give you a sense. Let's say you're a person who likes to bet $100 on a game. You bet the $100 on the 8.5 points, then take yourself and do $30 on the money line. Because if that hits too, you're going to win 100 on that one, and then 100 on the first bet, and then you're going to be winning $200 on a $130 bet. That's how we're thinking about it. So go nuts, make some money. Mm-hmm. Next up, Giants plus 7.5 versus the Eagles. Take those points. Division matchup, third time they're seeing each other this year. Dable's going to pull out all the stops. We think this is one where Jalen Hurts being a little bit injured here is going to hurt his ability to run. Danny Dimes is playing. He's on fire. He wants him to, he wants to get a contract. He wants him to do well. We're not saying they're going to win, but 7.5's a lot in a division rival for the third time you've seen them this year. So take the points.
Take the points.
Then the Bills. Minus 4.5. You got a minus 5.5. Whatever you got to get. Take it up to the minus 7. I'm not saying 1.5, 7. Go up to the minus 7 if you have to. Take the Bills.
Also notice he gets the sound for his lock of the week. I do not. So he's just.
I missed it. I made a mistake.
He's a tool. But if I bet it on the Bills, which you all know by now, I do not. I would also take the Bills minus 4.5 for this Sunday. So follow his lead.
Look, I heard a lot of people texting me. I got a lot of text people. Hey, what did Christine? They know she's a big fan. We know I'm following them too. What do you think about this line? Is it crazy that they're favored? No, it's not crazy. You're crazy. Okay? A lot of the pros out in Vegas are betting with us on the Bills. So put your money there and make that money. And look back at this. And if you didn't do it, feel bad about yourself. And watch it 3 times over and then cry in your sleep. And then the last one is the Cowboys versus the 49ers, taking the over 46, a little bit of points. They're going to be scoring. That's going to be an exciting game to watch. The last game of the divisional round weekend too, right?
Bills Bengals could be very exciting to watch. This will be the second exciting game to watch.
I agree. Yeah, the Sundays is to me. Sunday's game is more exciting.
You could sleep through Saturday if you want to and wake up and see what happens. Sunday, you need to be alive, awake, at the bars, at the stadiums, participating because Sunday's the big day.
8 teams left. Next week, guess what? It's going to be 4 teams left. It's going to be 2 games. It'll be on Sunday and whatever else. We're going to be talking about it. But look at the shirt here. I don't gamble. I invest in the outcome of the game. Shout out to Pops. He gave it to me. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Kenyon.
Don't know exactly the age. I'm going to say
53.
sure.
Happy 53rd birthday.
Happy 53rd birthday. But look, everybody, good luck out there with your betting. And also good luck partying out there. Get yourself together. Have somebody make the taco dip. Have yourselves a playoff party.
Oh, Jesus.
And what? Everybody likes a nice taco dip. And have fun. And we will be in Las Vegas still watching the games, watching them out. And it's just going to get better and better until the Super Bowl. We're going to have people in town.
You can stop talking at any point.
You ready to do it?
You just keep talking.
Are you ready to press the button here?
I just want to make it clear that we need to go Buffalo. I have so many new friends that are becoming new fans. Bills, you got to come through. Come through, Bills. Let's go. Let's go, Buffalo.
Look, maybe we'll fly out to Atlanta if it goes to a Kansas City AFC Championship game. Might happen.
Plans are already in the works.
Might happen. Do we want to fly Frontier? No, we don't.
No. Well, it'll probably be Jaguars coming to Buffalo, so that'll be fun.
All right, everybody. We love you. Bye. Have fun. Good luck with your bets.
Go Buffalo!
Go Buffalo.